Hello, Chris here. I'm Real 140. I'm guesting today on Simon's channel, so on the Real Craft Beer channel. We've got something that's a little bit of a saucy extra, little bit different. It's one of the limited edition. It's called Wallflower. It's from the Pressure Drop Brewery, and it's a collaboration beer with Howling hops, and it's an Elderflower Wit. I like the idea of that. Elderflower white beer. I like elderflower tea. I like currently, all that kind of vendor thing. So I'm a bit of a ponce that way. I don't know. You stand on that whole kind of.
Yeah, my grandfather used to brew elderflower, or still brews elderflower wine. Now he goes and picks the elderflowers around the butts up on the top of Barry, and he makes wine with it. But I wanted to mention that the Howling Hops Brewery, if you're going to watch this, you might remember us. There's one person missing who's probably back in Denmark, but we reviewed a beer from your. The Cock's Tavern pub. It was a saison, wasn't it?
Three Cocks, was it?
Three Cock's Tavern.
Yeah.
Tavern, and it was a saison you brewed.
It was very tasty.
Three Friends Brewing.
That's it.
Three Friends Brewing and the.
That's it. Three Friends Brewing, Cock Tavern.
Howling Hops. That's it. Yeah. So you might remember us. So hello. But this is collaborated with a Pressure Drop Brewery in London. Brand new brewery.
Yeah.
Chris, while you're opening and pouring, if you multitask and do two things, I wanted to ask you a question, and that is, I've been a bit, I wouldn't say ignorant, but you've been more on the ball with these new London breweries coming out, and you've come across a few, including this one, and it seems all very exciting. You've tried some great beers.
There's all manner of stuff. I mean, I've sort of rediscovered a little way to get into the London scene via DS Cardiff Drinks on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's the Magic Beer Shop in Cardiff. So he's picked up a few bits and pieces via his supplier in London. They've come straight down to Cardiff, straight down the M4. It's a nice way to find out about stuff again. Otherwise, I'm reliant on the beer mails that we all try and do. This way I get to go to a shop and find it, which is great.
Which is it's good. You talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah, and the proprietor knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which is always a good thing. So this is the Wallflower, Howling Hops collab beer with, and it's an Elderflower Wit.
Wow.
What's your schnoz stuff?
Okay, first of all, I love that. It's like a fountain of carbonation. Look at that, roaring away.
I think you might have had the bigger hit of yeast there. Yeah.
So 2 finger ahead I got. You probably got 1 finger ahead. It's white. It's got a nose.
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh, it's like
very.
It's almost saison-y. It's
but strangely very subtle. Is it?
Yeah.
Peppery and almost
white pepper. White pepper.
And there's I can't.
That smells fantastic.
There's a fruitiness in there. It's brilliant. I can't pick out which fruit that is.
Like a peachy, loads of it's as if you put some white pepper on a peach.
Yeah. Yes, that's a great way of saying it. And then there's the sweetness of an orange in there, just tucked away in the background.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Smells great. Smells great.
Chin chin.
Cheers. Oh wow.
5.7 ABV. Smooth. As a fox's cravat. That is amazing.
But in my mind there's a million and one things going on.
It's all happening.
And it's a case of deconstructing every millisecond in your mind as you're tasting it. There's so many different flavours in there. Go. What can you get?
As it hits your mouth, you've got this brilliant smoothness tinged with really sharp bubbles, really kicking away. But not so much that it's hurting. It's just perfectly balanced on the carbonation front. What you've got then is that almost like a grapefruity, blood orangey. It's in that kind of ballpark.
Nectarine. Like a small nectarine, then really almost watery with a bit of orange in there. That fruit is spicy. It's white pepper, peachy. It's a million things. I think we need 3 bottles of this just to be able to pull this beer apart. It's so complex.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just an absolute dream.
It's a dream of a beer. It's fantastic.
It really is. And I'm starting. I wish I've had somebody to get hold of more of this. But these were the only 2 bottles in the shop. I don't know if there's any more coming down this end of the world, but I'd love to see it again.
So drinkable. Such a drinkable beer. Refreshing. Summer day, barbecue on. Oh,
It's in that size on things, isn't it?
definitely pushing towards a size on. But yeah, wit beer.
I think the carbonation pushes it more towards that end for me. It's got some of the characteristics of both. The hop character. Where do you feel with that?
It's not a massively bitter beer.
No.
But that's not no bad thing, is it? There's
There's a little bit of a zing on there that makes me feel like it's
very fruity.
Fantastic.
But it's not got that big rasping bite. But I'm quite happily, because it's a wit beer, I'm quite happy for it to not have a big rasping bite, because it's not an IPA.
No,
it's not. It's something else. It's something very drinkable.
And this is what I've come to in recent times: is IPA is not the be all and end all.
No,
IPA is a stage that you go through, and you'll probably come back to at some point and revisit it. But because somebody else would have done something different again and does something new in business. But you got to work your way through all the styles, and when you get bored of each one, move to the next one.
Now, we started off in the kitchen 20 minutes ago reviewing a Leffe Brewing, and just to kind of clean our palates really for this review, we knew we were going to be reviewing a wit beer, and it's a stepping stone. It's right. That was a decent beer. This is an amazing beer. This is something quite special. And
this is something that you pick up in one of the sort of 10 major cities in the UK, and there's only one bottle in the whole city.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you won it, and it's only a 330 at that. I'd love to be able to have a couple of these, so we could have done one each, but it's short rations, mate, I'm afraid.
It's short ration, but on that note, we got another beer coming tomorrow from Pressure Drop, so keep an eye out for Tuesday's review. Or if you're watching in 3 years down the line, just search for Pressure Drop Brewing Company in London. Look for our reviews. But in the near future, we're going to be hitting, me and Chris, some of the new great London breweries that are out there. We're going to be hitting this bottle shop in Cardiff very soon, discount supermarket, and we're going to have a bit of a run on London breweries. So
and we've done our homework on these boys.
Yeah. So keep an eye out on the channel for these London breweries. They're new, they're fresh, they're exciting. Final thoughts on a rating?
This is a step above. This is fantastic stuff. Whether it's just the guys themselves, because I've not had any of their just with non-collaboration beers, or there's the collaboration with Howling Hops, who clearly I'm a fan of from the last review that we did their stuff.
Yeah.
This is bloody marvellous.
Yeah.
Well done. I love it. Everyone should try this. I'm just sad there's not more of it in this end of the world. So I'm gonna go with 9.5. It's a high rating for me. I have not the fingers spare to do a 9.5.
I just think it was raining 15 minutes ago. The sun's trying to get out, so it's still a little bit humid. It's nice and breezy. It's like it's been so hot lately. It's like my body's been refreshed by the wind. I'm drinking a beer that's so refreshing. I can't go anything less than a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 beer from the Real Ale Guide. I love it. Thanks for watching me, the Real Ale Guide. Thanks to Real Ale 140. Check them on Twitter, Facebook, and all the other social networks. As I said, next up we've got the Stokey Bell, which is a bourbon barrel aged brown ale.
And it's the fancy version of their normal brown ale. So be interesting to see what they do with that.
Look for that tomorrow, Tuesday. Cheers.